So the car ideally should be completely level when you change the transmission fluid. So I have the rear of the car on these ramps, and you can see I chocked the wheels off right there. Now the front of the car is too low for this low profile jack to fit underneath. So what I'm going to have to do is jack the side up from the pinch weld and then jack it up from the middle. Okay, so that should be enough for me to get in underneath of the car and jack it up from the middle. All right, so now the car looks high enough to slide these underneath. And I'll do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll lower the jack. Okay, now I'm just going to gently or slowly lower the car. All right, so this is how you take the undercarriage off. There's one bolt right here, another bolt, and there'll be a clip right here, but I broke this one clip. So there'll be that one clip in the middle right there, this bolt, and this bolt over here. So there's 4 bolts total that you need to take off, and then there's 10 clips. So I already told you about the clip right here, and then there's 3 clips on the side. You have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 3 in the back. Oh, my camera's messing up. Sorry guys, I got a new phone. I gotta get a new phone. And then you have 3 on the sides. So it's 3 on the sides, 3 in the back, and then this one. So I have this little tool. Just stick it in from the side. Pop the middle out first like that. Make sure it's all the way out, and then grab it from behind that piece and then just pull it out like that. There's 10 clips. As you can see, I broke one, so just be careful. Okay, so the sides have been taken out and the back, they were all clips. Now there's 4 bolts in the front that need to be taken out. That's 1. 2. There was a clip right there. So right next to it is a bolt. As you can see, these things are kind of rusty. Yep. So 4 bolts and 10 clips. The fill plug is right by the axle. This right here, that's the fill plug right there. And this plug right here is the drain plug, right underneath of the transmission. So this top plug right here is the fill plug. And this fill plug can be difficult to take off, and that's why you want to open this plug first. You don't want to open the drain plug first, because if you can't open the fill plug and you went ahead and drained all of the fluid out first, then your car is basically a sitting duck because you're unable to put any more transmission fluid in it. So to play it safe, I'll crack this open first so I know I'll be able to fill the transmission up. And this plug takes a 10mm hex key. See, it's kind of tight. So I'm gonna get a little breaker bar, because that is not budging. I had to get a breaker bar because the ratchet would not work. Whew. Okay, so that broke it loose. This is the ratchet I tried to break it loose with, a 3/8 ratchet. And this is the breaker bar that I use, just so you guys can see the difference. And both plugs will take this 10mm hex socket. And when you put this in here, you want to make sure it's seated all the way in. This thing is tighter than the other one. Woo! I got my old pan right here. Get that ready. Here it comes, here it comes. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Ah! Okay, so this is the plug, and this is the washer for the plug. This is a brand new washer that I got from the Toyota dealer. So the old washer is gone. This is a new washer that I'm gonna put on here. And I recommend you do the same. So now I'm just gonna wipe this up. And screw this back on there with the brand new washer. And I'll just tighten this plug. So I'm gonna go get my torque wrench, and this plug should be torqued to 29 foot-pounds. I got my torque wrench set to 29 foot-pounds. And there it is. Hear the click. So now I just need to get this plug off, because remember I'd only loosened it before. Wow, this plug does not have a washer. Oh wait, yes it does. It's still on there. Glad I caught that. Okay, so make sure you check. The old washer might still be sitting on the seal. So they make a pump that you can use to put the transmission fluid in while you're underneath of the car, but the thing is that takes a long time. This is much easier. It's just easier to get a funnel, a tube, and use gravity to let the fluid drain down into the tranny. So get some vinyl tubing and a funnel and you're good to go. All right, so here's the tube, and it's snaked in. I snaked it in down here in this hole, so you guys know where to put it in at. Okay guys, so here is the tube. As you can see, it can fit in there. All right, and it's snaked up like right behind the axle. It's so tight down here. And it's going up right here. See if you can see that. All the way back there. Get it to focus. Hopefully you can see the tube up there. I have about 4 quarts of this Toyota transmission fluid. So it should take almost all 4 quarts. And this stuff actually looks like Kool-Aid. You see it is going in. See it's draining. I put the entire 4 quarts in. That was too much. This only calls for 3.8. As you can see, it is leaking out. So just keep that in mind, just 3.8 quarts. So I have my pan right here, and I'll just wait for that to keep draining out, and then I'll put the plug back in. All right, now I'm gonna clean all this stuff off. All of that extra fluid should be finished draining out. This plug does have a new washer on it. Okay, so that looks nice and clean. Just going to tighten this as much as I can with the ratchet. And now I'm going to torque it to 29 foot-pounds. There's the click. Okay, so now the only thing I have to do is put the cover back on. To put these back on, you would just stick it back in there like this, right, with it hanging down like that, and then just push it in.